Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we are back to discussing Chris Chan / Christine Chan. I'm going to read a little bit of a summary of what has been going on with Chris Chan because frankly, even my memory wasn't super fresh on this whole thing. Then we'll get into Chris Chan's latest video that was posted as of when I'm filming less than 24 hours ago. Christine Chandler, who is also known online as Chris Chan, was arrested on August 1st, 2021 and charged with incest after a leaked phone call purported that she had sexual relations with her 79-year-old mother. The life of Chandler, and by extension her mother, has been extensively documented since 2007 when users on the fringe chat forum 4chan caught wind of her comic Sonichu, a cross between Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog. In August 2016, Chandler said in a Facebook post that she had dreams of having sex with her mother. It is okay to not say things on the internet. It is 100% free to shut the fuck up, and I would invest the money you do have in therapy. The following year, in August 2016, Chandler wrote a Facebook status defending a mother and son in Mexico who reportedly said they were in love, which the Daily Mail reported at the time. Although incest is quite a controversial topic, there are circumstances where there would be not so much harm as one may think, feel, or believe. Unless the sex act was abusive, hurtful, or would result in an unwanted birth of a physical or mental challenged child, I would not judge or persecute the parent and child. Chandler wrote that she herself had dreams of having sex with her mother, though she never acted on them. As much as I do not want to hear about any of this, I also am glad that people are dumb enough to say things out loud, because a lot of the times that's how we catch criminals or the depraved generally. On July 30th, 2021, it is alleged that a supposed Kiwi Farms user leaked a 9-minute phone call and a series of screenshots which they claimed came from a conversation they had with Chandler, with the user pretending to be a woman called Bella. The screenshots and phone call recording were later circulated by Kiwi Farms owner Joshua Moon, who goes by Null online, and went viral on Reddit. Although it is believed that the call was made by one troll posing as Bella, this hasn't been verified. In the recording, a person purported to be Chandler gave graphic information about alleged assaults on her 79-year-old mother, saying that had been occurring 3 times a week since late June. The text message also referenced Chandler's mother allegedly having quote-unquote memory issues. That same day, the leaked phone call and text messages went viral on social media, with Chandler beginning to trend globally on Twitter. On August 1st, 2021, Chandler was arrested and later charged with 1 count of incest, with quote-unquote additional charges pending. Now, I'll link this article down below because there certainly is more, but I'm really not trying to go too in-depth in that. I did want to talk about the video that was posted.
Hey everyone, Jesus Christine Weston Chandler, Sonichu Prime here, and right now I'm going to set the record straight. So just so y'all know, straightforward and blunt, to the point. The reason I went to jail, the charge I was charged with, I was innocent. There never, ever, 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 ever was any sex between Barbara and I, period. I was innocent. I have a few bullet points to go through anyway. Where did we go to end up here? So obviously we got all the haters and fakers and the toxic sinners that tried to manipulate me and so much. That was a mess of good grief right there. Why did y'all have to do that? You all really erroneously misunderstood me, period. And that was a whole mess up. Shoot. Even y'all with your freaking smut fictions. I know some of you out of the minority that are the worst. Out of the majority being actually good. Okay? You out of the minority. You've written those smut fictions. You shipped me with Barbara. You shipped me with that Snorlax. And I've seen worse shit.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, and maybe I've watched Silence of the Lambs too many times, but some of how Chris Chan speaks really does remind me of Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, because there are bits where Anthony Hopkins' voice is really nasally and then his words kind of blend together very similar. Listen, I don't even know what the purpose of this video really is, because part of me thinks truly Chris Chan cannot be serious. Part of me is also like, people on the internet are so delusional that I'm like, but is Chris Chan being serious? I don't know. If you're gonna make a video addressing things, I think it should be clear whether it is satirical, a parody, whatever non-serious format you want. And if you are gonna be serious, it has to be clear, and here I really can't tell, because you'd think that a video like this would be well thought out if you are going to vouch for your own innocence against incest charges. You'd think that someone would take that relatively seriously. And I think that even people who, I don't know, might have an edgier sense of humor would understand that maybe this is not what you want to turn into a joke, unless you're okay with you being known as the incest guy, girl, whatever. I truly don't know what to say. The beginning of this video also, I barely could understand the separation between words, which goes back to the whole Anthony Hopkins of me is talking like this. I don't understand. Girl, I have no idea what the fuck was going on there. Also, the bringing up of Christian themes, sinners. I mean, sinners exist beyond Christianity, but I believe I did hear the term Jesus in the mishmash of words. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't even know what I'm looking at this point.
And Barbara was definitely not the perfect mother with me. There was not the perfect mother-daughter relationship there, period. Growing up, there was the times of abuse, even though there was love and caring in there and throughout. But that was a whole different kettle of fish right there. But yeah, the bullying, the terrorizing, and all that, they really fucked me up. I feel so... Just enough said right there. But hey, you're never gonna make me commit suicide, period. And that was the intention that Bella had in all her chopped and screwed up recordings, with all the attention and manipulating me into that. But hey, I foreknew she was going to do that. I tested her. At the time, I treated her like, just as a friend, to try to get her to be on the good side. But obviously she failed. Just like I foreknew the relationship between Dylan and Taylor, that was not going to last. He abused her. I gave her support on that live stream when I went on there. Just support and kindness, because I appreciated her as an artist and an individual, which was more than I could say for Dylan at the time. But yeah, Bella was going to actually record me and Fifi having done something at the hotel had I actually made it to BabsCon. But fortunately, that didn't quite happen. She, one way or another, she would have got me into jail or tried to get me to commit suicide on the whole different day. But hey, she failed. She didn't do that. I took the initiative in my own hands, so I let divine intervention and timing and everything just let me go to jail, spend my time suffering and spending the time for your sins, you fucking toxic ones.
Now, obviously here, I can't say what's a put-on little skit, what actually is genuinely Chris Chan's true behavior. I have no idea about that. Clearly, though, whether it's real or fake, I think that anyone watching this, their reaction would be this person is mentally unwell if they effectively are guilty for what they went to prison for, first of all. But second of all, the way in which all of this is done, even just format-wise, does not lend to having the public trust you. Now, the public already doesn't really trust you because of what you went to jail for and admitting to having sex dreams about your mom. So let's be clear about that. But also, the way in which you're coming off is messy, absolutely messy. And again, if there are genuine mental problems, mental health problems, that is a different story. The fact is that we don't really know what's real and what's not. But again, this video is working very much against the alleged purpose of the video, which would be to quote unquote clear one's name. Now, I also think that bringing up these other people,
And I meditated and learned everything. I am Jesus Christ reincarnated. I am the one avatar of all existence. And I'm going to see that there is nothing but good and righteousness and light-powered individuals, and encouraging all the neutrals to be good. Period. Just like I'm trying to do in this video and statement right now, setting the record straight. But I was proven innocent. And they couldn't place me anywhere, which is why they kept me in jail for so long, because they didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know what to do with somebody was freaking autistic that you weren't putting your words in. Ish. They didn't know what to do. They just kept me in jail. They didn't know where to place me. But fortunately, they did know where to place me eventually, so that happened. I'm safe and doing better, okay? But I did nothing wrong, and only the certain individuals online, they had wrongfully manipulated and controlled me and my own narrative, but no more. I take control of my own narrative from now on, not you. Not you lot of haters and fakers. I am a much better individual than that. Y'all should have known better of me than that. That is enough with the mislabelings and the misconceptions. That's enough. And the whole lot of the set's commentary was me being misled by the suggestion of those individuals, especially those theoretical exes of mine. And I was proven innocent by court of law and released. Simple as that. And also, just putting this out there, just do not be an ableist. I mean, those of you neurotypical, thinking you're able, whatever, there is at least one thing that is totally disabled about you, period. So do not hate others for things that you are yourself, period. There is no need to hate on anyone, or even yourself. A flaw is a flaw, a blessing is a blessing, and a flaw can be a blessing in disguise. So you meditate on that, and stop hating for such a flaw.
A lot of this feels like word salad, honestly. I find myself exhausted watching this video, and I know that's being dramatic, but you know when you watch a video and you're certain that you've been watching it for like 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever? That's how I feel about this video, and we're 5 minutes and 49 seconds in. Make of that what you will. Again, nothing is really being said here. I don't understand the point of any of this video, aside from making money, because I definitely did get one ad at the beginning, so I'm assuming that is the central point of focus here, and understandably, this all could be a troll, partial troll, whatever we want to call it. I'm not taking it particularly seriously, but I do feel like if this is effectively a troll, Chris Chan is going to end up regretting it, because however much money they make on this is not going to balance out with the long-term consequences and effects of that. Your name is always going to be related to incest accusations. It's always going to be related to you potentially abusing sexually your mother. It's going to be related to you admitting to having sexual dreams about your parent. So as much as this might bring in however much it does, it's not going to balance out. Really, I think it's even silly to bring up the argument of people being neurotypical, people being abled, people being disabled, because at least from my perspective, the way I'm viewing this, none of that has anything to do with this in the sense of course I'll keep it into account. Like I said earlier, if you have mental health issues, if you have mental issues, duh. But the facts are the facts.
And I am a living, breathing individual, and I am not to be objectified in any way anymore. But yeah, in that, Bella was the real sex criminal in that. She really wanted to try to get me in something. She's the real criminal. Fucking bitch! Calling her out! Call her out! Isabella Jenkins. She's the real sex criminal, period. She did a whole mess of adulteration and manipulation and things in her own words and attitude and insinuations and everything. Okay? But to end this on a more positive note, so the girl y'all had seen me with in the past few weeks, I'll tell you a little something about her. She's a friend of mine, and I refer to her only as Flutter, because she likes Fluttershy. Okay? I met her in Lynchburg. She got in touch with me while I was in jail. And we managed to meet. We managed to bond and connect with each other as friends. And she is literally 30 years old despite her physicality. But anyway, Just pretty much straightforward right there, letting you know about that. And I felt like I just need to say all that, clear the air. There is nothing wrong with being associated with me, period. I am sick and tired of being blocked by anyone, including and especially by those of whom I appreciate. And I do have friends that do have great appreciation of me, which more than I can say than some. I mean, you all, even Megan Schroeder, had your chance to actually be kind and compassionate and friends with me for a longer run. Because that's enough said right there. I just felt like I need to get that off. Otherwise, I might have had a sleepless night.
This didn't really clear up anything for me. I think if there were a way to summarize this video, I would say it's Chris Chan alleging that they did not, in fact, sexually assault their mother. Yeah, this video could have been maybe like 15 seconds. The whole rest of it is messy as hell, and I don't even know if that's a strategy because I've seen this at school. When people are bullshitting, they'll just start saying shit and throwing in things and trying to confuse you and trying to make you think that there's a purpose for everything they're doing, when in reality they're just wasting time because they realize that they don't have an argument, they have nothing to say, so they just start bringing in random shit, like bringing up this friend. Genuinely nobody cares, I'm pretty sure. Also, the implication, I didn't personally see this discourse online. Then again, I only checked Twitter. I was not going to go on the Kiwi Farms, all of that. I do not go there. I don't know if there's discourse being had about this friend being a minor, because that was kind of the implication of saying that this friend is 30, though her physicality is different, which only led me to assume that she looks younger. Because if she looked older, I don't really think anyone would care if she looked like she was 40 or whatever. But if she looks younger, then obviously there would be an issue if she looks like she's a minor, right? I don't know what all of that is about. Frankly, I'm a little bit afraid to find out. I'm afraid to Google anything to do with Chris Chan, to be honest. I really do not want to come across God knows what. I honestly just keep thinking about, I don't know, maybe 10 years in the future, if Chris Chan is not effectively in prison again, what is going to be happening there? Because all of this shit is like ridiculous to all of us watching and all of that, but I'm like, does this person realize exactly how deep of a hole they're digging for themselves? Do they? And I really think the fuck not, because you'd think that going to prison would wake you up to the type of content you put online and to the type of people you talk to and how you put yourself out there. Like, the smartest thing would have been to disappear from the internet in order to recuperate any sort of quote unquote normal life, right? So I have no idea what to make of this. Honestly, kind of a waste of a video in terms of what they filmed, because I really don't think any of us are convinced that they're innocent. I certainly am not. But aside from that, what now? You know, like, this doesn't change anything for anyone, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.